Good morning, Lieutenant General Todd Semonite, 54th Chief of Engineers, and we're on the road again. Today we're right here in this very, very hallowed hallway at the Engineer School at Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. And I just finished an awards ceremony with about 15 different key leaders from the Engineer School who helped the Corps of Engineers in our disaster response missions. Many of you have seen that we've been dealing with 5 major storms over the last 7 weeks. We've dealt with Harvey in Texas, Irma in Florida, Irma in Virgin Islands, Maria in Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, Nate in Mississippi, and now we're dealing with the fire debris we're cleaning up in California. One of the things we've learned over the years is that this is a great experience for our officers and our NCOs to come and work for the Corps and to be able to understand what we do in respect to our support to FEMA with what's called Emergency Support Function Number 3. So I called out to Fort Leonard Wood several weeks ago and I said, I need help. We've got to be able to figure, can you give me a couple really talented people to come and help me out? So with me is Major Vashon Ferguson. Vashon is the Deputy Director of DOI here. Vashon, talk a little bit about maybe what was your team, maybe some of the kind of missions, and if there's a takeaway or something for the other people in the regiment, what did you get out of it?
So I led a team of 15 engineers of various ranks, all the way from myself, Major, Master Sergeants, Captains, Lieutenants, and some NCOs. And primarily, we were there augmenting the Corps of Engineers office. They had quite a few tasks that would overwhelm their normal staff size. So we were able to use our individual expertise. We had professional engineers, civil engineers, and then so we integrated into the USACE office and then helped them with their planning, management, and possible expansion of the missions should FEMA start loading us up with more and more missions.
Okay, so with me also, Master Sergeant Green, you're the NCOIC of the diving operation out here in Fort Leonard Wood. One of the things we don't have in the Corps is very many NCOs. We've got an unbelievable talented team of civilians, a lot of talented officers, but the ability to have an NCO down there in the middle of the disaster to help kind of integrate and to be able to, help fuse and to be able to get a common operating picture. Master Sergeant Green, tell us maybe if there's a couple takeaways or some things you learned on this particular operation.
So typically I'm just a diver that's been on the ground doing the actual mission that doesn't have too much of an oversight to see the bigger picture of things. And so one of the biggest things that I learned that developed me as a leader is, the Corps of Engineers is a lot bigger and does a lot more things than you think they do. So for the ESF-3 mission, the debris removal, the infrastructure, the blue roofs, all the different things that we do, I had no clue. And so to be part of that and to be integrated in that and to kind of put my NCO spin on trying to develop those things, it really did help me as a leader.
Well, all of a sudden the regiment know the value of what NCOs bring. I'm really trying right now, and I'll tell you that all the NCOs, to how can Sergeant Major Houston and I bring more NCOs into the Corps so we're able to continue to bring you in and send you back out. Now, down on the ground, we actually had captains and lieutenants that were helping doing some technical stuff. So with me is Captain Bruce Luthold. Bruce, you were out there doing levee inspections. Tell maybe some of the team in the regiment, what was some of your missions, and if you had a takeaway, what would it be?
Yes, sir. My name is Captain Luthold. I was part of the PL 8499 team. Essentially what we did is we did damage assessments for different county and other municipalities, looking at levees, pump stations, and floodgates. And essentially we were just putting together the damage assessments and to put in the project information reports. And, just really appreciate the experience that we got to have just with the Corps of Engineers.
Well, the Secretary of the Army was so impressed with what this team did down in Texas that he gave them awards here a couple of weeks ago. I gave them some coins today, and it really goes back to this whole idea of what the Corps of Engineer vision is. And it really is engineering solutions for the nation's toughest challenges. And when we have a hard fight, we need to bring the talent of the entire regiment in. So we could not have done it without leaders like you. We've got another whole team from Fort Leonard Wood right now down in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico. But I want to personally thank you for your leadership, your expertise, and your make it happen attitude to be able to not just take care of the mission, but most importantly, take care of the people in the state of Texas that really needed to have their life put back to normal. And leaders like you stepped up, and I can't thank the engineer school, General Whittle, and the rest of the team from 1st Brigade, because they really made it happen. Agile response, stepped up in next to no time mission, and was phenomenal in delivery. Hey guys, thanks, very, very well done, good job, and the Corps is glad to be able to have great leaders like you on our team. Thanks again.